Yeah, you know what it is.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. Purple and white, but you know what I mean. Double 11 senior year made history. Football, we took it to the playoffs. Collegeville, white and purple, yeah, we are the K-House. I said the K-House, the school of champions. We laugh a lot, we rap a lot. I'm asked to be an Indian again. I'm telling them that Collegeville is where it's at. So when we on the field of court, they better be aware of that. They scared of that. Of course, look at the ceiling. What up, Mr. Yeah, it's Collegeville. And yes, I'm glad to say that I'm a K-Hawk. I'm about to graduate. Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
White and purple, yeah, I know you see it. You see the chaos and you tell yourself you wanna be it. I go to CHS, so I am a champ. I ran this game so long I'm starting to get a stomach cramp. Class of 1 and 2, but we're number 1. Shout out to all my juniors, yeah, you know we get it done. White and purple, you already know. It's little easy peasy and that boy lay low.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
I'm about my white and purple, Scarface and DJ Screw. We on the peak of the mountain, best at what we do. Yeah, we the champs, homie, but we ain't selling shoes. These boys bleeding purple, call us the cheapin' crew. They don't gotta do it big, cause I don't play with sports. I play my cards right, now a good report. When Dub 12 comes, it's time to roll off. I'm the back cause everybody rolling with me, K-Hawks.
Yeah, you know what it is.
Look, all the freshmen, all the fresh sophomores,
High school, champions.
yeah, they know what it is.
All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
we shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
And a very good evening to everyone, and welcome to Alton High School, where we are going to get you ready for a little bit of varsity basketball action between your Collegeville K-Hawks and the Alton Redbirds. But we have a couple of technical problems to take care of, so we're going to take a quick commercial break while we try to figure this out, and then we will come back and take care of business for you. We'll do that here in just a moment on the K-Hawk Sports Network.
The Collegeville Daily News, the new online source for everything newsworthy in and around Collegeville. This news source is designed to be the heartbeat of the Collegeville community and is owned and operated by members that live in this area. The Collegeville Daily News generates their revenue with local support from the community in which they serve and from advertising. They do not charge to read their content, so you'll never run into one of those annoying paywalls. Not only that, but the Collegeville Daily News offers free classified advertising. You have items you want to buy, sell, or trade? It's free to post. Wedding or engagements announcements, as well as obituaries, all free at collegevilleDailyNews.com. Plus, they have the content that matters most. Collegeville news you need to know, coverage of K-Hawk sports, and a keen eye on city news. The Collinsville Daily News also has an event tab that allows you to find out what is going on in and around the region for you and your family, the heartbeat of the community. Helping readers make sense of an increasingly chaotic world. Check them out at CollinsvilleDailyNews.com, on social media sites Facebook and Instagram. The heartbeat of this community is the Collinsville Daily News. Diamonds for Kahawks is a facility improvement project to develop a baseball, softball, and football/soccer field for CHS students and our communities to utilize. The project includes 2 baseball fields, 2 softball fields, a soccer/football field, concession stand, bathrooms, and parking. The development of this facility will benefit the band, PE classes, baseball team, softball team, and soccer team with a centralized location, ease of access, and an eye-catching complex. Please contact A.D. Clay Smith to donate to this project or visit the Collinsville Area Community Foundation website to make your tax-deductible donation today. Projects in and around your home can be daunting and overwhelming. Take the stress out of those projects and let AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions do all the heavy lifting. Former Kahok Adam Welly can help knock those projects off your list. From framing drywall, painting, and stair work inside to deck work, hardscapes, and concrete and retaining wall construction outside your home, including power washing and brush removal. Whatever the task, AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions can help. Call Adam Welly for a free estimate at AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions, 314-252-8010. That's 314-252-8010. Caseyville VFW Post 1117 Auxiliary supports the VFW with post projects and fundraiser events. The Caseyville VFW Auxiliary also provides donations and sponsorship for Veterans in Need, Jefferson Barracks in St. Louis, the Caseyville Food Pantry, outreach programs, summer lunches for students in the Collinsville Unit 10 School District, and now the Kahok Sports Network. Plus, sponsoring CHS programs like band, theater, and sports. If you would like to provide support or join the Caseyville VFW Auxiliary, contact the Caseyville VFW Post 1117 at 618-344-9878. Collinsville Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud Kahok alums. Located at 1966 Vandalia, Collinsville Barbecue Supply is your one-of-a-kind barbecue headquarters that focuses on everything barbecue and cooking, providing the best American-made barbecue grills, in-person class instruction, smokers, rubs, sauces, accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts, including an in-house chef and pitmaster. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning sauces and rubs that supports our nation's first responder and military organizations that focus on the fallen, suicide prevention, and PTSD awareness. Stop on by, see the guys at Collinsville Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Collinsville Barbecue Supply, home of the 4-time world champion Patriot Sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at CollinsvilleBarbecue.com or call 618-855-8855.
All right, I think we got it now. Hey, how you doing, everyone? Welcome to Alton High School. My name is Todd Duke, and we got some basketball coming up for you tonight here on the Kahok Sports Network, Southwestern Conference style, as your Collinsville Kahawks get ready to take on the Alton Redbirds. And the junior varsity game just ended a little bit ago, and Alton came out on top of a slugfest, man. That was kind of fun to watch. 61-55, Alton came out on top of that one. As we welcome you into the pregame show for this varsity game, brought to you by Chiropractic Works in Collinsville, owned and operated by Dr. Chris McCluskey. He and his crew are focused on helping as many people as possible live high-quality lives all through chiropractic care and wellness. You can visit Dr. McCluskey at Chiropractic Works in Collinsville, 410 Regency Center, just off of the Beltline Road in Collinsville. Give them a call at 618-343-3602 or online at chiropracticworkscollinsville.com. Well, the Kahawks come into this contest 8-9 on the season. They are 1-3 in Southwestern Conference play underneath their 16th year head coach Darren Lee, who has a record at Collinsville of 288 and 181. Alton is 15-2. They are 5-0 and sit atop the Southwestern Conference, coached by Dylan Dudley. He is in his third year and has a record of 38 and 42. Kahawks come into the Southwestern Conference road game here at Alton in a bit of a tailspin. CHS finished the pre-Prairie Farms Holiday Classic tournament schedule with a respectable 7-4 record, but Since the beginning of their Christmas tournament to now, the Kahawks have gone 1-5. The Kahawks lost 4 in a row after starting the Prairie Farms Holiday Classic with a 64-31 win over Carbondale. Collinsville would lose their next 3 games, finish 1-3 in their tournament, and finish in 8th place. It was the worst finish in their own tournament since they were bounced out of the consolation bracket back in the 2013-2014 season. The 2025 portion of the Kahok basketball schedule has gotten off to a bumpy start as well. Small sample size, though, with a 1-2 record in the first 3 games of the new year. That started with a 67-59 road loss at Springfield Lamphere. Collinsville had a 35-25 lead at the half in that game, but were outscored 42-24 in the second half to flip that 10-point lead into an 8-point loss. Collinsville got back into the win column in their next game with a 61-57 win at Jacksonville. In their last game, the Kahawks lost 58-37 to John Burroughs in the Southern Illinois shootout at Alton this past Saturday. Friday's game at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium versus Edwardsville was postponed due to snow, so Collinsville has not played at home since their loss to O'Fallon on the final day of the Prairie Farms Holiday Classic. Alton, this is the best start to a season for the Redbirds since jumping out to a 13-2 start in the 2014-15 season under Eric Smith, the last Alton head coach to lead Redbirds to a regional championship. Dylan Dudley has his team hitting on all cylinders in the 24-25 season. Alton started the year before jumping out to a 5-0 record before losing their first game, a 57-53 loss at Mount Vernon on December the 7th. The Redbirds would rattle off another 6-game win streak before a 61-53 loss to Evanston, Indiana in the Centralia Holiday Tournament. Alton would take 5th place in the 81st year of that prestigious tournament with a 55-53 win over Champaign Central. Since the calendar flipped to 2025, Alton has won 2 straight and coming to this game tonight, riding a 4-game win streak. The Redbirds' 5 Southwestern Conference wins have come against Edwardsville, East St. Louis, O'Fallon, and both of the Belleville schools. The Redbirds are looking for their first Southwestern Conference championship since having to share that honor with East St. Louis. Both went 12-2, and that was in the 2006 and 2007 season. All right, we continue our senior interviews, and next up is Mr. Stan Carnahan. My interview with Stan Carnahan comes your way next after we take a timeout here on the Chiropractic Works pregame show on the Kahok Sports Network.
I'd like to introduce you to some incredible new technology we have available here at Chiropractic Works. The machine is known as an Invisired lipolaser machine. The Invisired machine emits a red light and red laser that combine in unison to go through the skin layers into the adipose or fat tissue and cause the cells to go ahead and metabolize themselves. The Invisired technology is the only machine that's FDA approved for fat loss, stimulates collagen and elastin, improves the function of the lymphatic system, boosts metabolism, and increases metabolic response. Typical response after the very first treatment is 1/2 to 2 inches of loss in body measurement. So if you think that this technology could help you accomplish any weight loss or aesthetic goals, we'd be glad to have you come in for a consultation, get a first treatment, and experience the amazing benefits that Invisired offers.
Is it finally time to start doing what you've been talking about doing for years? Start making those plans right now and let Northwestern Mutual help you plan your future. Former Kahawk Joe Philpott can help you get started with that plan today. Joe Philpott, a financial advisor with Northwestern Mutual, can help build a plan specifically for you with a wide range of financial options and the flexibility to change that plan as your priorities change. To get started on your future, give Joel Philpott a call today at Northwestern Mutual's Fairview Heights office at 618-606-2022. Spend your life living with Northwestern Mutual. Call Joel Philpott today, 618-606-2022. Want to catch some of the best live music in Collinsville from a band of all Collinsville area residents? Look no further than Sonically Pleasing. Sonically Pleasing with former Kahawk Logan Carlisle, his dad Tim, along with Caleb Tanzius, play some of the best rock and roll hits from the 70s, 80s, 90s, and beyond. You can catch Sonically Pleasing at some of the area's finest venues, as well as book Sonically Pleasing for your private event or party. To put some music in your life, are you a collector of sports trading cards and other sports memorabilia? Then you need to check out Rippin' Rookies Cards and Collectibles in Collinsville. Rippin' Rookies specializes in sports cards from all the major sports, MLB, NBA, NFL, plus Star Wars cards and more. Rippin' Rookies buys, sells, and trades cards and other memorabilia, and they have a large selection of single and graded cards. Walk-ins at Rippin' Rookies are welcome, or you can set up an appointment for large collections at sales@rippinrookies.com. Rippin' Rookies, 102 East Clay Street in the Old Herald Complex. Open Monday through Friday, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m., Saturdays, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., Sundays, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Rippin' Rookies, Collinsville sports card and memorabilia destination.
I'd like to introduce you to some incredible new technology we have available here at Chiropractic Works. The machine is known as an InvisiRed lipolaser machine. The InvisiRed machine emits a red light and red laser that combine in unison to go through the skin layers into the adipose or fat tissue and cause the cells to go ahead and metabolize themselves. The InvisiRed technology is the only machine that's FDA approved for fat loss, stimulates collagen and elastin, improves the function of the lymphatic system, boosts metabolism, and increases metabolic response. Typical response after the very first treatment is a 1/2 to 2 inches of loss in body measurement. So if you think that this technology could help you accomplish any weight loss or aesthetic goals, we would be glad to have you come in for a consultation, get a first treatment, and experience the amazing benefits that InvisiRed offers.
And we welcome you back into the Chiropractic Works pregame show here on the Kahok Sports Network. Due to the snow, this is our first basketball game of 2025, and we are on the road at Alton, Big Southwestern Conference Showdown. And joining us now, number 22 on your roster as we continue our senior interviews, and that would be none other than Mr. Stanley Carnahan, 3 years of varsity basketball. All right, man, my first question is, do you prefer Stanley or Stan?
Oh, Stan, for sure. Everyone calls me Stanley, but my real friends know call me Stan.
All right, well, I'll start referring to you as Stan then when I do my games instead of Stanley. All right, man, let's talk about your family a little bit. Mom, dad, siblings, pets, don't leave anybody out.
Yeah, so my mom, she used to play basketball. She really got me into this. Big supporter she is. And then my dad, he really came along with the trips. He didn't like me playing basketball at first, but he got along to it. He really fell in love with it during AAU. Going to see places and go play out of Illinois. He didn't like it here too much, so he likes it fun out there. I got a sister. She's cool. She is a sophomore. And yeah, I don't know. She's cool. We just got her new truck this year for Christmas, so she liked that a lot. I got 2 dogs, boxer mixes. So yeah, that's about it, really.
What are their names, the dogs?
Tucker and Sugar.
Tucker and Sugar. All right. So you mentioned mom got you started in basketball. So give me a little insight on that. How young were you, and how did she get you started?
So you could ask Donovan Coates too if you want to ask him. Me and him went to the Y together when I was little, and we started playing when I was 4 years old. And because she used to play for the high school for a little bit, and she got me into it and introduced me to it. So I started playing for the Y, and I met Donovan Coates there, and me and him played together our whole lives basically. That's a little incident freshman year, but that's whatever now. So yeah, I mean, she really got me into it. Started playing it, liked it a lot, and it's been history ever since, really.
All right, let's talk a little bit about your stats because, you know, I know how to add and subtract because I got that Collinsville education too. 74th game you are playing in tonight, 286 points. You averaged 3.9 a game in all that time. 22 of 42 from the free throw line, 52.4%. Rebounds, 346, averaging about 4.8 a game. And your three-point stats, man, you are red hot, dude. You are 2 of 5, which is right around 40%. So tell me a little bit your thought on the stats I just read off to you.
Really, this year I'm just going to come out and play and do my job, play my role. Really get my guys to look good. Do what I can, my best to make them look good. 'Cause I won't be going to college for basketball or anything like that. So just do what I can to make them look good, and whatever we can just do, try to win. Our record ain't too good, so just get us looking better, honestly.
All right, so what's your favorite part, man? Scoring points or those rebounds?
Honestly, after my last year, I like rebounding more than scoring. I'd rather get a good rebound than making an easy layup.
I was teasing you about the three-point shots. You seem to be one of those 8 to 10 foot guys. That's your kind of range.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I like mid-range a lot more. Coach got me more in the post now this season and just cutting through and stuff like that. But I'd say last season for sure, shooting mid-range is a real nice shot for me.
All right, let's get to know you a little bit better. This is the favorite things category. Your favorite things, your favorite sweet snack.
Gooey butter cookies.
Yeah, man, that's a pretty good choice right there. Favorite salty snack.
Probably I like pretzels. Those are cool.
All right, breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Which one of those is your favorites?
Dinner for sure. I know I can eat food and then go right to bed.
All right, so who cooks that dinner, and what is it that they're cooking?
Longhorn Steakhouse. That's who cooks it. No, favorite place to eat probably Longhorn Steakhouse too, but I usually go microwave.
Now, I hear you there, man. Microwave, that's easy stuff there. All right, music genre. What kind of music do you like?
I listen to a lot of everything really. I like rock a lot, country music a lot. I like Nirvana. I like them. Pearl Jam, stuff like that. But I listen to like some rap and stuff like that too.
All right, those are good choices. I got both of those on vinyl. All right, movies, TV, or books. Got a favorite there?
Probably. If I'm hanging out with my girlfriend, probably movies. But could we like watch those together? But I like shows a lot. I get into like dramas and stuff like that.
Do you have a favorite movie, or what's your favorite drama?
I got a favorite show right now is probably Squid Game. I don't know if you watched it before. But movie, probably Incredibles.
All right, those are two pretty good choices. I don't watch the Squid Games. My wife and daughter does. All right, so now no school, no sports. You take those two things out of the equation. What would we find Stanley Carnahan doing?
Oh, definitely at the garage. Definitely at the garage at Carnahan Customs. Working on cars all day. I got a lot of people that help me out through that, support me. Corey Garcia is a big helper too. Trying to get me through schooling for ranking and all that, so that's kind of nice of him. But definitely at the garage working on cars all day.
Nothing wrong with that, man. There's some money there. All right, school time. Favorite subject in school?
I take 2 vocationals. I got auto body and auto mechanics. So probably those 4 hours of vocational classes.
Yeah, I kind of figured we were going to go there next. Your least favorite class in school?
Man, I don't got it this year, but I'd probably say any math class ever. I don't like math at all. I'd rather write a 8-page essay than do any math.
Dude, you were right up my alley, man. All right, so I'm guessing the future holds for you is going to be car mechanic work and car body work.
Oh, for sure. I'm trying to go through 4. So I'm not. Let me think here. So Corey Garcia, I don't know if you know him too much, but he's trying to get me through Ford to pay for my schooling to go to Rankin. And he'll give me a full ride there, so that'd be really nice if I can do that. And after that, go work at Ford. Honestly, I like that a lot.
All right, shout out time, man. Who out there would you like to say hi to?
Mom, Dad, girlfriend Isabella, and again Corey Garcia for helping me out through all this.
All right, man. You got Alton here tonight as you guys swing back into the Southwestern Conference part of things. They're really good, man. What do you got to do to beat them?
If we play some good defense and box out our own mans, I think we'll be okay. I think if we play good defense and box out, we can score whenever you want. It's just getting rebounds and playing good defense is the hardest part.
Stan Carnahan, thank you for the visit, man. Good luck to you in your future, and good luck tonight.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
All right, that is Stan Carnahan, number 22 in your program. We'll take a break here on the Chiropractic Works pregame show. When we come back, we'll throw the starters and stats your way. All that and more coming up on the Kahok Sports Network.
I'd like to introduce you to some incredible new technology we have available here at Chiropractic Works. The machine is known as an InvisiRed lipolaser machine. The InvisiRed machine emits a red light and red laser that combine in unison to go through the skin layers into the adipose or fat tissue and cause the cells to go ahead and metabolize themselves. The InvisiRed technology is the only machine that's FDA approved for fat loss, stimulates collagen and elastin, improves the function of the lymphatic system, boosts metabolism, and increases metabolic response. Typical response after the very first treatment is 1/2 to 2 inches of loss in body measurement. So if you think that this technology could help you accomplish any weight loss or aesthetic goals, we'd be glad to have you come in for a consultation, get a first treatment, and experience the amazing benefits that InvisiRed offers.
Caseyville VFW Post 1117 Auxiliary supports the VFW with post projects and fundraiser events. The Caseyville VFW Auxiliary also provides donations and sponsorship for Veterans in Need, Jefferson Barracks in St. Louis, the Caseyville Food Pantry, outreach programs, summer lunches for students in the Collinsville Unit 10 School District, and now the Kahok Sports Network. Plus, sponsoring CHS programs like band, theater, and sports. If you would like to provide support or join the Caseyville VFW Auxiliary, contact the Caseyville VFW Post 1117 at 618-344-9878. Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Jason Regg, your Benjamin F. Edwards financial advisor, understands this. That's why Jason Regg is a proud supporter of your Collinsville Kahawks and the Kahok Sports Network, as well as the Kahok Educator of the Month Award. For all of your investment needs, see Financial Advisor and Investment Vice President Jason Regg at the Benjamin F. Edwards office in Collinsville, located at 1008 Vandalia Street, or call Jason Regg at 618-223-5215 or visit benjaminfedwards.com. Benjamin F. Edwards, member SIPC.
We love to have you come work for the city of Collinsville. We have many positions available, from seasonal jobs to full-time opportunities in many of our departments. From police and fire to Gateway Center, Parks and Recreation, and City Hall. Our employees enjoy great benefits like comprehensive medical plans, paid time off, tuition reimbursement, and more. Visit the city's website, collinsvilleil.org, to apply and learn more about working for the city of Collinsville.
All Pro Tees in Caseyville is your place for custom apparel and has been for over 20 years now. Why? All Pro Tees can handle any size project, big or small, and they specialize in large group orders. At All Pro Tees, quality is number one on their list of priorities, as is evident by their excellent service staff. Did we mention All Pro Tees has over 20 years of experience? They can even help with fundraisers and event merchandising for your group. And of course, All Pro Tees is your destination for everything Collinsville Kahawks. So for all of your apparel needs, for civic groups, sports teams, business outings, or even a family reunion, your apparel needs stop at All Pro Tees. All Pro Tees in Caseyville at 2240 South Morrison Avenue. Online at allprotees.com. Right across the street from Kahok Stadium. All Pro Tees, 618-344-2200. Celebrate the life of your loved one should be as special as the person they represent. That's why you will always find the staff at Her Funeral Home in Collinsville ready to go the extra mile to meet the needs of you and your family during those times. For over 100 years, Her Funeral Home has been there for Collinsville and the surrounding communities. Of the many arrangements made after losing a loved one, the first is the selection of a funeral home. The staff at Her Funeral Home in Collinsville can help with that planning. Call Her Funeral Home in Collinsville at 618-344-0187. Her Funeral Home, serving Collinsville families for over 100 years. 618-344-0187. Collinsville Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud Kahok alums. Located at 1966 Vandalia, Collinsville Barbecue Supply is your one-of-a-kind barbecue headquarters that focuses on everything barbecue and cooking, providing the best American-made barbecue grills, in-person class instruction, smokers, rubs, sauces, accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts, including an in-house chef and pitmaster. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning sauces and rubs that supports our nation's first responder and military organizations that focus on the fallen, suicide prevention, and PTSD awareness. Stop on by, see the guys at Collinsville Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Collinsville Barbecue Supply, home of the four-time world champion Patriot Sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at collinsvillebarbecue.com or call 618-855-8855.
Once again, we welcome you back here to Alton High School, where they just got through honoring Samaj Stampley. Apparently he scored his 1,000th point in his career during their last game. So we got a little bit of a delay here while they did that. And now we have the school fight song going on. So we are still just a couple of minutes away from getting this game underway. And I am still waiting for them to put the starters up on the scoreboard here, which is usually already happened by now at Collinsville High School, but I got to forget that just because things happen at Collinsville High School doesn't mean they happen the same way on the road. So I pretty much know who our starters are. I'm going to guess it's the same 5 starters that we've been using all year. And I've got a pretty good idea of who the Alton starters are as well, but I don't want to jump the gun there and send you some information that I do not have. What I know I don't have is the Alton Redbirds have played 17 games this year, but they only have 9 games worth of stats on the old STL site. They didn't have any stats on the Max Prep site, so I had to just go with the STL site, and I got highlighted all the averages because I don't know exactly how many points this person or that person scored, nor what exactly they threw from the free throw line. But I can give you the percentages, so that's what we're going to end up doing here tonight, is just giving you the averages for the Alton Redbirds. So that's where we stand right now. A couple of other little tidbits of information I can pass along to you while we're waiting for the starting lineups to line up. I told you coming into this contest that Dylan Dudley has an overall record of 38-42 in his 3rd year as the head coach here at Alton. He started the year 23-40, that's 17 games below 500, and now he sits just 4 games below 500. So he's really turned this program around in his 3rd year. They didn't have a bad year last year. Collinsville beat them twice, but if you remember correctly, the regular season finale here at Alton High School was a real close one. Collinsville won by 1 point, and that allowed Collinsville to capture the Southwestern Conference Championship. But maybe a little bit of a different story this year because this team has really turned it around, and they are loaded down with seniors. I think I counted 9 seniors on their roster this year, so they're going to lose a lot as they come back from this one. So we are getting the guys introduced right now for Alton. Yeah, see, so far I'm so good here. Yeah. And I have 11 and 25 down here, and I see 11 on the bench, but I don't have 25. I think I got 12. I don't know who that is, if that remains that number. Okay, Alex Macias, so I was way off on the last one there, but all the rest of them I got right. All right, so for Collinsville, it is the same starting 5 they've had all year. Jace Wilkinson, the 5'11 junior. Donovan Coates, the 6'3 senior. Stan Carnahan, the 6'6 senior. Chase Reynolds, the 6-foot senior. And Solomon Talbot, the 6'11 senior. For Alton, Samaj Stampley, the 6'3 senior. Kobe Taylor, the 6'3 senior. Tyshawn Sims, a 6'5 senior. Hassani Elliott, a 6-foot senior. And Alex Messias, a 5'11 senior. So we are ready to go. Collinsville, of course, the road team. They're here in their purple jerseys. Got a little white trim. And the numbers on the fronts and the backs are in white as well. They have the word Collinsville written across the fronts of their jerseys. Alton, they're the home team. They're in the white uniforms, trimmed in a little red and gray down the side. Red numbers on the fronts and the backs. And the word Alton written across the fronts of their jerseys. And Solomon Talbot, the 6'11 senior, in the center court circle, along with Samaj Stampley, the 6'3 senior. And the opening tip-off means we are underway. Collinsville wins it, ends up going to our pregame guest, and Stan Carnahan. Now over to Chase Reynolds, who gets it back to Carnahan. And now Solomon just outside of the paint, and he'll lose control of the ball, and it'll stay with Collinsville. We're going to say that it was poked out of Solomon's hands there by Sims, so no harm, no foul there. I heard that Solomon Talbot got his first three-point shot the other night, so congratulations to him. Chase Reynolds looking to inbound, and a 5-second violation is going to turn into a Collinsville turnover. So that's the way that this one gets started. A knock out of the bounds of the ball by Alton, and Collinsville gets to inbound, and they take too much time. So Alton will be the first one to try and score some points, and they've been doing that in bunches here this year. In front of the scorer's table, that is Taylor. Taylor, he'll give the ball up and get it right back from Elliott. Taylor, then with a left-hand dribble just outside the lane, tries to go behind the back with it. Now Alton will turn the ball over. Collinsville will try to see if they can get on the scoreboard first, and here is Donovan Coates. Coates with a little underhand pass to Carnahan. Carnahan across the way to Wilkinson, and then to Chase Reynolds. Reynolds will be our pregame interviewee on Friday when we return home to take on Belleville East. Here is Coates in the near side corner in front of the band, and that ball is going to be knocked out of bounds. And so far, we've had no points and 3 turnovers. That's the way that this game gets going. JV girls lost at home to Alton. The varsity game underway already. This one getting a little bit of a later start. And the JV team lost here today, 61-55. Kamari Mays had 17 points. William Moulton had 13, and DeAndre Brown had 10 in that loss. Here is Alton back on offense again. Into the corner, 3-point shot. It hits the inside of the rim and won't fall. And then the rebound picked up by the ball carrier, and that was Tayshawn Sims. And then the ball gets knocked out of bounds by Collinsville. And we will start all over again. A little bit of a slow start here. Minute and 15 seconds in and still no score. I don't expect it to stay that way for very long. Here's a 3-point try way outside, out of the hands of Hassani Elliott. That one's a little bit too strong. Collinsville handles the rebound. Here is Reynolds. Reynolds will underhand it over to Coates. Coates on the right side. Gives it into the corner now for Reynolds. Chase gets double teamed. Throws it all the way across the way to Donovan Coates, who dribbles it off the backboard. No good. And the rebound this time belongs to Alton. Still looking for our first score. Here comes Alton. They come in, and that one, the fingertip roll wouldn't fall. Collinsville picks up another rebound. Back the other way we go. Here is Reynolds. Reynolds will give it up to Coates. Coates around the outside to Wilkinson. And Wilkinson over on the left wing now for Carnahan. Carnahan works it up inside. Ball knocked out of the hands of Talbot, but he chases it down. Gives to Wilkinson, who gives it up for Reynolds. Reynolds over to Coates. Coates on the right wing. Now inside. Paint move by Talbot. Has the ball stripped out of his hands. And Collinsville has turned the ball over 3 times here already, and we still do not have a score. And we're 2 minutes and 15 seconds into this thing. Here is Messias. Kicks it outside for Elliott. Another 3-point try, and that one is good. And we have our first score of this game. Excuse me, that was Taylor. So 3-0 in favor of the Alton Redbirds. And now Collinsville will play Chase. Here is Chase Reynolds. Over to Coates, who gets it over to Carnahan. Carnahan dribbles in from the left side and kicks it back outside to Wilkinson. Just a little too strong on the pass, and it hit him in the chest, so he didn't have time to regroup and try to make a shot. And now we're going to have our first foul handed out. And this one is going to belong to Trayshawn Sims. 5:12 left to play here in this opening quarter. 3-0 in favor of Alton. Glad that you are with us on a very cold Tuesday night. Another day of coldness, then it starts warming up for a few days, then the bottom's going to drop out again next week. Here is Coates. Coates over on the left wing. Dribbles it back toward Dylan Dudley, the Alton head coach. They're stooped on the ground. Here is Talbot. Talbot makes a move toward the basket, waits it out, and off the glass, count it, and he'll go to the line for a free throw. So Collinsville gets on the board. And Talbot will go to the free throw line, and Solomon this year, 85.7%, 18 of 21 on the year. And he'll make good on the 3-point play the old-fashioned way, and we are tied at 3. Chris Keller, by the way, he's here, but he's pressed into scorebook duty down at the scorer's table, so we got Josh Roseman on camera with us tonight. Matt Clark is here, too. He's here with his family. I asked him if he wanted to join me, but he's like, nah, I got my mom here. So I better be a good boy and just hang out with Mom. Off the glass, count it, and another foul on a shot. This time it's going to send Alton to the free throw line for a possible old-fashioned 3-point play as Elliott gets on the board. And the foul belongs to Jace Wilkinson. And the shot, no good. Rebound, however, belongs to Alton, so they'll bring it back. Elliott came into this game with a 52.4% free throw shooting percentage. A little backdoor no-look pass, but no good, as unable to finish it up was Sims. Rebound belongs to Collinsville. Kahawks bring it up. Here is Reynolds to Coates. Coates in front of the Alton bench, gives it up to Carnahan. Carnahan, underhands, outside. Wilkinson for 3, yes! Jace Wilkinson hits the first 3-pointer on the first try here for Collinsville. And the Kahawks go in front now 6-3. Excuse me, 6-5. On the outside, that's where Alton is right now, and that is Elliott. He'll kick it over into the corner. Dribble drive by Taylor off the backboard. Didn't go all the way through, and The rebound belongs to Alton. Here comes another three-point shot by the Redbirds. Now they are 1 for 4 from beyond the three-point stripe, and the ball is going to remain in their favor as Burnett checks into the game. He'll take the place of Alex Messias. Burnett, a 5'9 senior in a roster that is just loaded with seniors. Inbound pass will come in, and it'll find Williams. Williams will kick it up out front. Another three-point shot. That one rattles but won't fall either. And the rebound once again belongs to Collinsville. Kahawks bring it back up. Here's Donovan Coates. And to the baseline pass to Carnahan. Out front, another turnover by the Kahawks. And this one is going to turn into points. And those 2 points are going to belong to Kobe Taylor. He now has 5. And the Kahawks down by 1, 7-6 in favor of Alton. And another turnover by Collinsville. And that's going to turn into more points. This time it is Stampley. And now a whistle on the play. And a timeout on the floor. We will take a 30-second break as well. We'll be back here in just a moment on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Derek Keith Cox, Unit 10 supporter and the voice of Kahawk football, and your Collinsville Township supervisor. I'm so proud of all the accomplishments that's been made at the Township over the last 4 years. Just look at our senior center now, a place that hundreds come and socialize on a weekly basis, to several expanded services, and I'm proud to say the only municipality to actually lower the tax dollar amount. Every promise I made was kept and more. So I ask for your support in re-election as Township supervisor, and go Kahawks.
Once again, we welcome you back here to Alton High School. Todd Duke and Josh Roseman with you. Zach is at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium doing the girls' game tonight. I did not even know that Chris Keller was going to be here, but it turns out he's here in a different capacity. That's why I asked Josh to come along and operate the camera here for us tonight. I saw Kettler down there, and I went up to him and asked him if he was going to do the game with me. He's like, no, I got to do the scorebook. I'm like, okay. Here's a nice move. Carnahan gets stuffed, though. A big stuff job there by Jamarian Green, a 6'6 junior who is into the game for the first time. And there comes Alton, and there's Green with a three-point shot. That one's a little too far. Rolls across the rim, and it's going to go out of bounds, and it's going to belong to Alton. I don't know. That could have went either way over there. Carnahan was in the mix, as was Stampley, and could have been called on either one, but it was called on Carnahan. Carnahan's going to go out. Evan Wilkinson is going to come in for the first time. Evan, a 6'2" senior. So we got both of the Wilkinsons out there. Alton with the ball, and they have a 9-6 lead. There is a pass into the corner, and all the way back out front will go to Taylor. Taylor with a bounce pass to Green, and then Green on the wing will give it back over to Taylor. Taylor with a dribble drive, and he'll pop it, and he'll use a little bit of rim and glass to get his first points of the night. And now Collinsville trailing by a score of 11-6. Kahawks bring it back up. Here is Donovan Coates. Coates gives it out over to Jace Wilkinson. Wilkinson on the near sideline in front of the band. Throws it on in now for Talbot. Talbot loses control of it, and Collinsville's turnover woes continue. That is their 6th one. Top of the key, three-point shot. No good out of the hands of Stampley. Rebound is on the ground. Finally picked up by Alton. They go back to work. Up underneath. Green waits it out off the glass for 2. And all of a sudden, it's a 13-6 advantage here as Alton employs a little backcourt pressure. Donovan Coates breaks it with a pass out to Wilkinson, who gives it up to Evan. Now back to Jace. Now back to Evan, just outside the lane for Talbot. Talbot with a no-look pass to Wilkinson, and he bounced off a couple of players and never had an opportunity to grab that ball. Collinsville's turnover woes are fast and furious, piling up here in this first quarter. Carnahan's ready to check back in at the next opportunity. Here's the ball to Green. Green out in the top of the key. Gives it up now to Burnett. Burnett over in the corner will get it right back from Taylor. Back out front. Here's Jace Wilkinson with a nice steal and a read. He'll go up underneath the basket, off the rim. Wilkinson finds it. Evan does. A shot, no good. And the rebound belongs to Alton. And now we're going to have a timeout called by Coach Dudley and the Alton Redbirds. It is a 30-second timeout. And we'll be back here in just about that amount of time on the Kahawk Sports Network. VFW Post 1117 in Caseyville is one of the area's longest-running VFW posts.
VFW Post 1117 in Caseyville is your place to meet and join other area veterans. Plus, VFW Post 1117 in Caseyville offers all kinds of activities to help our veterans, as well as engaging the public with fun, food, fellowship, and a great time for great causes. Blood drives, fundraisers, raffles, and a Queen of Hearts drawing every Wednesday night. Plus, VFW Post 1117 in Caseyville has event space for your parties, celebrations, and other get-togethers. For more information, check out the VFW Post 1117's Facebook page or call the Caseyville VFW at 618-344-9878. So each team has used a timeout here in this first quarter. 1:07 left to play in that first quarter, and it's a 13-6 lead by the Alton Redbirds. And I'm sure that Coach Lee appreciated that timeout being called by Coach Dudley because he needed to settle his guys down as well. So here is Alton with the lead and the ball, and out front it is Elliott. Elliott throws it into the corner. Here comes another three-point try. That one is no good, out of the hands of Ryan Howard, who is into the game for the first time. Howard, a 6'2" sophomore. So not all their players are seniors, but 80% of them are. Here is Reynolds. He dumps it off to Jace Wilkinson. No good on the drive. Rebound this time belongs to Alton. They get it back up across the line quickly. Here is Ian Cambrian, a 5'11" senior. They got all kinds of players on this team. And they swap them in and out like hockey players do on line changes. Here is Hassani Elliott. Elliott back with 20 seconds left to play here in this first quarter. Redbirds have a 13-6 lead. They're looking to extend it before the second quarter rolls around. Elliott back at midcourt here on this near sideline. We're down to 7 seconds. He'll make his move. He'll jump it and throw it, and a ball that's almost picked off, but he finds a way to save it. And then he gives it up to Carnahan. Second turnover for Alton, but it comes right at the end of the quarter. And after one, it is 13-6 in favor of the Alton Redbirds. We'll take a break and come back with quarter number 2 right after a timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network. Got questions about Medicare? If you're approaching the age of 65, the answer to that question is a resounding yes. Bill Holton is a former Collinsville Raider and Kahok football player and is now an independent broker with Senior Health Plans. And he can answer all of those tough questions when it comes to Medicare. Which plan, which part, what's covered, and what's not. If you're approaching the age of Medicare and need those questions answered, let Bill Holton get you those answers. Bill Holton with Senior Health Plans. Call him today at 618-978-2306 or email Bill Holton at william.holton@yahoo.com. Looking for a new place to catch the game with cold drinks and great food? Look no further than 1101 Bar and Grill in Caseyville. 1101 Bar and Grill features pizza, burgers, wraps, and salads, plus 7 large screen TVs to catch the latest Kahok games and all the pro sports across the spectrum, plus all the college football and basketball you can handle. 1101 Bar and Grill in Caseyville, 1101 Caseyville Road, right across the street from Kahok Stadium. Call 1101 Bar and Grill for carryout orders at 618-223-1332. Once again, we welcome you back here to Alton High School. Todd Duke is my name. Josh Roseman on the camera for us tonight. 13-6 after one quarter of play in favor of the Alton Redbirds. And we are about ready to get underway here in quarter number 2. Matter of fact, we are underway. And the Redbirds with the lead and the ball. And a little bit of a dribble drive outside. Now a pass over to Cambrian, and he'll give it up now for Elliott. Back over to Cambrian. Cambrian out toward the logo. He'll give it up now, too, to Kanye Lacey. Lacey is 6'4" senior. Stampley. Was that 3? Sure was. I was looking down at my roster, telling you who the new player was on the floor, and didn't even see the three-pointer there. Collinsville has a lot of work to do. Kahok's trail by 10. Here is Chase Reynolds. Reynolds deep out over on the right wing, now on the left side. Wilkinson with it. That would be Jace. Top of the key once again for Reynolds. Reynolds kicks it back outside for Evan Wilkinson, who throws it up inside now for Carnahan. Carnahan, underhand pass outside for Coates. Coates looking for his first points here in this game. Collinsville only has 6 points, and 2 players have scored 3 each. Jace Wilkinson with a three-pointer and Solomon Talbot with a 2 and a free throw. Rebound belongs to Alton. They bring it back up, and now Collinsville finds a loose ball.
And they'll get it up to Wilkinson, who will try another three, and it will hit the inside of the rim and come back out. It rattled. It did everything but fall in. And now back the other way we go. Here is Cambrian again. Kicking it back outside over to Elliott. Elliott into the corner now. Stampley another three-point try, and that one rings home. 19-6 in favor of Alton. Here is Evan Wilkinson. Wilkinson brings it across the midcourt stripe. Into the slot over by the volleyball line. Gives it up now for Donovan Coates. Coates on the left wing. Dribbles inside the perimeter. Takes a shot, and Coates is on the board for the first time tonight. Well, I didn't mean to do that. Okay. 19-8. Here's Lacey. I tell you what, man. I just barely touch any of these buttons over here, and all of a sudden all kinds of points start coming on the board. Collinsville gets another rebound. They bring it up, and into the corner it goes, and then knocked out of bounds by Stampley just as it was heading for Wilkinson. And Collinsville will get to keep the ball. Kamari Mays will check into the game for the first time tonight for the Kahawks. He'll take the place of Chase Reynolds. And Mays will inbound over here in the near side corner right in front of the Alton High School marching band. Mays needs to hurry up, does so to Wilkinson. Wilkinson tries to kick it outside, but he lost the handle on the ball. 8th turnover for the Kahawks. We're going to have a foul before the shot was made. And this one is going to go against Evan Wilkinson. So both the Wilkinsons have fouls now. And that's the first foul here in quarter number 2. And the inbound pass being triggered by Elliott. Elliott does so to Stampley. Stampley, a little underhand pass and gets it out to Messias. Messias back into the game. Back over to Stampley, who gets it over to Elliott. Elliott passes the ball to Taylor, and Taylor over onto the wing once again to Messias. Back over to Elliott. Elliott with a bounce pass, and that finds the hands of Lacey. Kick it back outside once again for Taylor at the free throw line. He tries to get rid of it, and we're going to have another foul. This one's going to go against Donovan Coates. 19-8 in favor of Alton. Inbound pass almost picked off there by Jace Wilkinson. And now back outside to Messias. A little bounce pass, and over here onto the near side wing for Lacey. They'll kick it back out to Elliott. Elliott has it over here on the left wing. He'll give it up to Taylor. Taylor over near the Southwestern Conference logo to Messias. Back out front now for Elliott. Elliott dribbles and drives and then loses control of the ball. And ooh, I didn't see anyone from Collinsville touching that. That looked like the guy just lost control of the ball as he was trying to go up for a little underhand shot. But they're going to give the ball to Alton anyway. Sims checks back into the game for the Redbirds. Ball comes to Stampley. Back out to Sims. Over to Stampley, who finds Taylor. Taylor, a little sideways pass, a little slingshot, and that one rattles home. And Stampley once again with another three-pointer. Stampley now has 11 points on the night and 3 three-pointers. Collinsville back to work. Here is Jace Wilkinson with a three-pointer, but he gets knocked backwards in the process, and Jace will go to the free throw line to shoot 3. Wilkinson on the year, 65.2% from the free throw line, 30 for 46. And the foul handed out to Hassani Elliott. First one is good. Number 2, also good. Tell you what, it's imperative to hit these free throws tonight here. 4:29 left to play in the second quarter. Chase Reynolds will check back in. He'll take the place of Evan Wilkinson. And one more shot coming up here for Jace Wilkinson. And he'll hit all 3. It's exactly what Collinsville needed here at this moment. Here is Elliott. Elliott brings it up across the logo at midcourt. Fires the ball over to Taylor and then underneath, and a turnover as Sims couldn't handle that ball. 4th turnover for Alton. 22-11. Collinsville trailing by 11. And Chase Reynolds to trigger the inbound pass. Does so to Mays. Mays right at the end of his bench. Will slowly bring it up towards the timeline. Now gets across. And into the paint. Nice drive, but too hard on the fingertip roll shot. Bounces right off the glass, barely even touched rim. And the Alton Redbirds bring it back down, and a shot off the glass that's pure by Hassani Elliott. He now has 4 points. And it's a 24-11 lead for the Alton Redbirds. Collinsville looking to inbound again. They'll do so all the way into the far side corner. As Cameron Burnett checks back into the game for Alton. Messias will have a seat. Well, it's going to stay with Collinsville. Knocked out of bounds when it was intended for Donovan Coates, but Kobe Taylor knocked it out of bounds. And now it's going to be made a little tougher because he's closer to the backboard now, so can't get that big overhead shot or overhead pass in. But they find a way to get it into Donovan Coates, and Coates works his way up court. 3:45 left to play here in this second quarter. Coates right at the end of the Alton bench, and we're going to have a hand check. That's going to be called against Elliott. Elliott's going to pick up his second foul. And he's probably going to go right to the bench. He will. And instead will be Ryan Howard. Sophomore checks back into the game. Mays inbounds and does so to Carnahan. Carnahan gives it right back, kicked outside. Donovan Coates, dribble drive, hop, skip, jump, good. And the foul to boot. Coates now with 4 points. And Samaj Stampley will pick up his first foul of this game as Solomon Talbot will check back into the game for the Kahawks. He'll take the place of Carnahan. 3:32 left to play here in this second quarter. 24-13 in favor of Alton. Messias will check back in. Stampley will go to the bench. And to the free throw line, Donovan Coates, 77.6% on the year, 66 of 85. And good. So Coates now with 5. And Collinsville gets a little closer, back to 10 points, trying to get it to single digits once again. Here is a drive by Howard, kick back outside for Taylor. Taylor over on the left wing, now into the corner once again for Howard. Howard off the back of the backboard, and Collinsville is going to try to take advantage of another turnover. That's the 5th turnover here by Alton. But the Redbirds are the ones with the 10-point lead. Chase Reynolds and company going to try to dig into that one to see if they can get it down to a single digit. Inbound pass comes into Coates. Coates races it up the sideline, zigzags between a couple in front of the free throw line, takes a shot and hits it. There you go. That's how you get that back down to a single digit lead. 24-16 in favor of Alton, though. Here is a drive by Burnett. Burnett gives it up, gets it right back from Messias. Back over to Burnett, who gives it up now to Taylor. Taylor standing right in front of Chris Kettler over there at the scorer's table. And then a bounce pass to Messias. Back over to Taylor it goes. Taylor, left-hand dribble just outside the lane. Get that out of here, says Kamari Mays. He'll get a couple of high fives from his teammate. Slap on the back. Alton retains possession. 2:35 left to play here in this second quarter. Inbound pass being triggered by Burnett all the way out front to Messias. Messias, he drives just outside the lane, takes the shot and just gets a little lazy roll in off the front of that rim. Macias, excuse me. 26-16, back to a 10-point lead. Here is Coates. Coates gets it across the line to Reynolds. Reynolds, there had to be somebody open, and waiting it out is Talbot, and Solomon will pick up his 4th and 5th point of this game. Back to an 8-point lead now for Alton. Here is Taylor. Taylor, right-hand dribble this time, top of the key. He'll give it up now for Elliott. Elliott will launch a 3-point shot. That one no good. Talbot there with the rebound for Collinsville. Jayhawks bring it back up. Looking once again to get this thing down a little bit closer. Mays across the way over to Chase Reynolds. Reynolds all the way back out near midcourt. 1:40 to play here in quarter number 2. Here is Coates with it. Coates over on the right wing in front of the student body cheering section. Back over to Reynolds at the free throw line. Gives it up to Jace Wilkinson. Wilkinson to Talbot. Talbot wants to go baseline. Not a lot of room to move, and the ball gets knocked out of his hands. Bodies fall down, but Collinsville is going to be guilty of turnover number 9, and up off the glass and good for 2. That is Ryan Howard. Howard gets his first points of this game, and back up to a 10-point lead now for Alton. Here is Kamari Mays. Mays puts on the brakes, gives it up now for Coates. Coates right in front of the Alton bench. 1 minute to go here in this first half. Here is Coates looking for some room to move inside. That was cut off by Taylor. Back outside will go to Reynolds. Reynolds gets it over to Wilkinson, who gets it to Mays. Mays inside trying to find Talbot. That's knocked around, and we're going to have a foul called, and I believe that one's going to go against Sims, and it will be, and that'll be his second. That is the team's 4th. So one more foul, and Collinsville will get to go to the line, but there's only 49 seconds left to go here in this first half, so we'll see if that happens or not. Mays will check out. Evan Wilkinson checks back in, and now Carnahan wants to come in as well. He will. And to Jace Wilkinson. Wilkinson with a little pop that won't drop. And the rebound belongs to Alton. Redbirds bring it back up with 40 seconds to play here in this first half. Don't forget we got the Woods Basement Systems halftime show coming up for you. At the halftime of this one, Taylor gets it off, and then back outside it goes, and a three-point shot by Howard. And the three-pointers finally raining down pretty heavily here for Alton. After they started off a little cold, they've made up for it. 31-18 now in favor of the Alton Redbirds. Here is Chase Reynolds on the Redbird logo. Reynolds gives it up now for Jace Wilkinson. Has it knocked out of his hands. Back the other way we go once again. A dribble drive and a foul. And it looks like Macias is going to go to the free throw line. And Talbot is going to pick up a foul. No, we're going to give that one to Chase Reynolds. Macias at the free throw line. 12.5. That was only 9 games worth, so he hits that one. And the wide lead-ins here for the Alton Redbirds. Next one misses the mark. Rebound, though, belongs to Alton. They try to put it back up, hits the bottom of the rim. Collinsville finds the loose ball, and then Macias will pick up a foul. It'll be his first. And that is the team's 5th, so Evan Wilkinson will go to the free throw line. Evan on the year from the charity stripe, 75%, 12 for 16. Comes with 1 second left to play here in this second quarter. Wilkinson hits the first one. One more shot coming up for Evan, and he'll make both of them. And the inbound pass will come in, and they'll heave one down that'll almost hit the Collinsville cheerleaders over there. And that is the end of one half of play. 32-20 in favor of the Alton Redbirds. And now it is time for the halftime show, brought to you by my good friends at Woods Basement Systems in Collinsville. All things basement-y. Woods Basement Systems been doing that thing to keep homes dry since 1986. Give them a call at their Collinsville headquarters, 618-708-4055. Wood Basement Systems halftime show comes your way next on the Kahok Sports Network.
The Collinsville Area Community Foundation is our community's charitable foundation. We connect people, support programs, and guide resources to help our community thrive. Our board is made up of local leaders that donate their time and expertise to identify opportunities for long-term community impact in and around Collinsville. Find out more about scholarships, grants, and ways to give back to the city we love by visiting CollinsvilleFoundation.com.
Got vinyl? Rich's Record Emporium in Uptown Collinsville can take care of all of your vinyl needs and more. You can peruse through thousands of records, from country to hard-to-find jazz, and classic rock is always in stock at Rich's Record Emporium. Used vinyl, new vinyl, and hard-to-find vinyl. Don't forget to check out the audio room at Rich's, where you can check out the latest in audio gear, from new top-of-the-line speakers to turntables and receivers, plus all of the accessories. Rich's has t-shirts, record cleaners, turntable needles, wall art, and so much more. If you can't find what you're looking for at Rich's, they will do their best to find it for you. Don't forget to mention seeing this ad on the Kahok Sports Network for a 10% discount at checkout. Rich's Record Emporium, 131 West Main Street in Collinsville, or call 618-795-1333 or online at richesrecordemporium.com. Mike's Automotive in Collinsville is a T3 certified tire dealer and so much more. Sure, Mike's Automotive has tires. They can also help with making sure your entire vehicle is road ready, from belts and hoses to preventative maintenance like oil changes and tire rotation. Plus a lot more than that. Mike's Automotive has 3 locations to choose from. Mike's Automotive in St. Louis and Millstadt, and Mike's Automotive in Collinsville at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call Mike's Automotive at 618-345-0611. Mike's Automotive in Collinsville.
First National Bank of Waterloo, with over 100 years serving the Metro East. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo at their Maryville and Collinsville locations, and now in Marissa, St. Laborie, and New Athens for all of your banking, mortgage, and lending needs with super low closing costs and low construction loan rates. When you need a loan, call the Collinsville team at First National Bank of Waterloo at 618-345-1121, or visit their Maryville or Collinsville locations or online at fnbwaterloo.bank. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside All-Star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today at 618-344-2800 in Collinsville or 314-241-5253 or online at lakesideroofing.com. Choose experience, choose Lakeside. Keep your ride shiny and clean with Extreme Details Vehicle Detailing in Collinsville. Owner Jay Merkel and his crew at Extreme Details believe in the value of community and in helping their community hold the value of their vehicles with a sharp-looking, clean ride that you and your community can be proud of. Extreme Details can handle any job, whether you drive a small car, an SUV, or even a bus or RV. No job is too big or too small at Extreme Details. Extreme Details offers scratch and oxidation removal, no matter what you drive: cars, trucks, motorcycles, boats, and more. Plus, Extreme Details can handle fleet vehicles for you and your company. Call Jay and the gang at Extreme Details at 618-977-1224. Check for periodic specials on the Extreme Details Facebook page. Put the shine in your ride with Extreme Details, 618-977-1224.
And we welcome you back into the Woods Basement Systems halftime show here on the Kahok Sports Network. Collinsville down 32-20. They trailed by 12. They trailed by 7 after one quarter of play when the Redbirds had a 13-6 lead. Alton outscored Collinsville in that second quarter, 19-14. So you add that together, and that equals the 12-point lead that the Alton Redbirds have right now. Leading scorer in this one belongs to Alton. That is Samaj Stampley. He has 11 points. After that, 5 points apiece for Kobe Taylor and Ryan Howard. And then you have 4 points that belongs to Asani Elliott, 3 points for Alex Macias, and then 2 points apiece for Jamarian Green, as well as Trayshawn Sims for Collinsville. They're being led in points by Donovan Coates with his 7. 6 points for Jace Wilkinson, 5 for Solomon Talbot, and 2 for Evan Wilkinson. From the Battle of the Boards area, Alton's winning that battle 11-7. Collinsville has turned the ball over 10 times compared to the Alton Redbirds 5. And from the lines, Collinsville 1 of 3 from beyond the 3-point stripe, while the Alton Redbirds are 5 of 10. And from the free throw lines, Collinsville is a perfect 7 of 7 from the free throw line, while the Alton Redbirds are 1 of 3. Scores that we have for you at the end of one period of play over at the Enterprise Center. The Blues are up over the Calgary Flames by a score of 2-1. Illinois and Indiana basketball action for you. Illinois wins it 94-69. They were losing that one for a while. SLU over VCW, or excuse me, fell to VCW 78-62. And Missouri taking on the number 5 ranked Florida Gators right now. And they're still in the first half with a bunch of time left, but Missouri right now with the early lead at 21-14. And one high school score we can tell you about right now is Triad over Mount Vernon, 13-10 at the end of the first quarter. That's a look at your Woods Basement Systems halftime show, brought to you by my friends at Woods Basement Systems. You got water problems in your house you need to get taken care of? Then you need to give my friends at Woods Basement Systems a call, 618-708-4055. Second half action, that's what we have coming your way next on the Kahok Sports Network.
Todd Duke here, proud member of the Collinsville Educational Assistance Association. Whether you call us teachers' aides, paraprofessionals, or educational assistants, it all comes down to one thing: taking care of students. More importantly, your student. Yes, we are there for the teachers, and we help them in any way possible. But our goals are in line with our teachers, in that we want to see our students succeed at not only being a student, but well beyond that as we ready them for the world outside of the classroom. We are Union Strong. We are Kahok Strong. We strive to help students reach their potential. We are the Collinsville Educational Assistance Association. Go Kahawks! The Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville presents the Sports Page Lounge. Come check out Collinsville's newest destination for your sports viewing pleasure. The Sports Page Lounge features a 14-foot 9-screen video wall with games across the spectrum, from college football and basketball to the NFL, NHL, Major League Baseball, and NBA. Pair that with tastefully crafted libations from the Old Herald Brewery and Distillery, and you have the perfect atmosphere for your sports viewing pleasure. The Sports Page Lounge, next to the Old Herald Brewery and Distillery at 115 Clay Street in Collinsville. Call 618-855-8027 for more information. The Sports Page Lounge, a new experience for sports lovers in Collinsville. Just because we're adults doesn't mean we don't have toys, am I right? If your adult toys consist of boats, campers, or RVs, then you need to call the GASA storage team of professionals. Winter weather in the Midwest can be quite harsh, and finding a place to properly store those expensive toys for winter can be just as rough as a Midwest winter. That's where the GASA storage team comes in, with outdoor self-storage and covered storage for your toys. They even have tractor-trailer parking, conveniently located at Horseshoe Lake Road and 111 in Pontoon Beach. GASA Storage, for the safe storage of all of your toys. Contact the GASA Storage team, gasastorage@gmail.com, or call today, GASA Storage Team, 618-797-6100.
Todd Duke and Josh Roseman back with you from Alton High School. We are just about ready to begin the third quarter of play. Collinsville trailing by 12 in this one thus far, and they got some work to do if they want to come back and try to squeak out a second Southwestern Conference victory here on the season. And they will begin with the ball. Will the Kahawks comes into Donovan Coates. Coates brings it out of the backcourt into the front court to Chase Reynolds. He'll dribble with the ball back at the midcourt stripe for a little bit, make a move over onto the right wing in front of his coach, Darren Lee, and he'll give it up to Jace Wilkinson. Wilkinson back out at the midcourt logo. We're just underway here in quarter number 3. Here is Wilkinson, dribble drive, and gives it up now for Chase Reynolds. Reynolds up underneath into Carnahan. He waits it out off the glass. Good for 2, and that's a nice start to the second half there for Collinsville. Carnahan gets on the board for the first time. Alton trying to get on the board to begin the second half of play. Took the teams a little over 2 minutes to get scoring going in this game, so nice to see Collinsville getting the scoring going early here in this one. And nice little block there by Carnahan. And Alton turns the ball over. Collinsville will try to turn it into some points. Here is Coates from the free throw line. Takes a shot off the glass, won't go. Carnahan waits it out again and then has the ball ripped out of his hands. Back the other way we go. Here is Stampley. Stampley will launch another three-point try. That one no good this time. Rebound belongs to Alton. They'll kick it back out around outside of the perimeter to Taylor. Back over to Stampley. Stampley to Macias. And Macias just offset free throw line there to Elliott. He'll take a shot as he goes into the paint. That one's good. And each team now with a couple of points here to begin half number 2. Here's Jace Wilkinson. Wilkinson, right-hand dribble. Comes across the timeline, hands the ball off to Donovan Coates. Coates gives it up now for Talbot. Talbot almost lost the handle on the ball. He's outside the lane and gives it up. Jace Wilkinson for 3 from the wing. That one rolls across the rim. No good, and then a foul on Talbot as he goes up for the rebound, and this one's going to go against Stampley, and that'll be his second. Back to the free throw line, Solomon Talbot, one of one from the charity stripe in the first half. Each team with 4 timeouts left, in case you were wondering. And Talbot, good at the free throw line, keeps Collinsville perfect. Kahawks are now 8 of 8 from the free throw line. And I had to go and jinx it, didn't I? No. We're going to have a do-over, so I didn't jinx it. Yeah. Lane violation against Alton, so Talbot will get a reprieve. And he'll make good on it. So reverse jinx, no jinx. How about that? 34-24, though. Collinsville still down by 10, trying to get that lead down to single digits once again. See if they can make a little noise here against the team that's undefeated in the conference. Back outside, we'll go for Taylor. Taylor, left-hand dribble across the beak of the Redbird here at midcourt. And a bounce pass over to Macias. Macias will kick it back outside for Stampley. Stampley, just a foot in the perimeter for Elliott. Elliott outside to Stampley, almost picked off there by Wilkinson. Now he'll run into the lane. Underhand shot, that's good for Stampley. And Stampley now has 13 points on the night. Here's Chase Reynolds. Reynolds at midcourt. 5.5 to go here in quarter number 3. Reynolds directs some traffic, gives it to Carnahan. Back out to Reynolds. Chase dribbles with that left hand and in front of the free throw line takes a shot. No good. Carnahan there with the rebound. He'll put it back up, still gets his own rebound, and he'll put it back in for 2. Nice job there, Stan Carnahan, working real hard for that rebound and those 2 points. And now Alton back to work with their 10-point lead. Here is Macias outside to Stampley. Stampley, deep top of the key, gives it up to Elliott. Elliott, dribble drive across the paint. Into the corner it goes for Taylor for 3. That one's no good, and the rebound knocked out of bounds by Alton. So Collinsville will see if they can take advantage of a turnover here and get this thing down to within 8. But first, we have a timeout on the floor. We'll take a timeout as well, and we're back here in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network. Lori Billy is running for the Unit 10 School Board and would greatly appreciate your support. Lori was born and raised in Collinsville and graduated from Collinsville High School in 1986. She graduated from SIUE with a bachelor's in education and taught in the Collinsville School District her entire 33-year career. She also coached basketball for 30 years at the elementary level and then as the JV coach and eventually the head varsity coach for the girls team. Lori bleeds purple and believes that this district is one of the best and truly the heart of the community. She has an excellent understanding of the district, not only at the classroom level, but as a taxpayer, and understands the importance of vigilance in spending and fiscal responsibility as it affects all of our community. Lori wants our students to have the best education and experiences possible, our staff to know that they are supported and valued, and our community to grow and benefit from a forward-thinking and moving district. Election Day is April 1st, with early voting starting in mid-February. Please cast your vote for Lori Billy, and go Kahawks! We welcome you back. Collinsville starts off with a turnover here. They lost the ball at the midcourt stripe, went back into the backcourt, and that's a violation. So girls lost at home to Alton 68-17. JV girls lost 55-16, so a rough night at home for the Lady Redbirds. And here is a turnover almost. We're going to have a jump ball call. Possession arrow, though, remains in favor of Alton, so that didn't work out well enough for Collinsville as Talbot had a hold of that ball, and Elliott tried to rip it out of his hands, and Solomon Talbot went back and forth with the ball trying to keep it, and he just about took Elliott everywhere with him on that one. Alton goes back to work. Nice little feed there, and Stampley turns it into 2. And a wider lead now for Alton, back up to 12, which is where it was at halftime. Here's Jace Wilkinson. Wilkinson deep out over onto the right wing, picks up his dribble, needs a little help, finds it in the form of Donovan Coates. We have 4:05 left to play here in this third quarter. Rebound, who wants it? And Alton, they'll take it and bring it back up, and drive by Elliott didn't turn into anything, almost turned it over, but his teammate Sims was there to bail him out, but it doesn't matter because Alton will turn the ball over anyway. 38-26 in favor of the Alton Redbirds here. JV team already lost here tonight, 61-55. It was a very intense, very physical game, that JV game was. It was close throughout until late when Alton kind of took over there with the last 90 seconds or so. Here is Coates. Coates trying to work himself around Taylor, and then Elliott gives the ball up to Mays, who finds Carnahan. Carnahan gives it back to Mays. Mays thought about that three-point shot for a second. Now offset free throw line to Chase Reynolds. Reynolds will back it up all the way toward the midcourt stripe. Here is Donovan Coates for 3. Count it. Is it going to count? Still waiting for him to tell me. Okay, yes, it did count. Good. Coates, it's a big three-pointer there, and it was kind of anticlimactic for yours truly. And Collinsville will get the ball back after a foul by Macias. So that's what happened. And Collinsville indeed gets the ball back after that big three-point shot. Here is Carnahan, takes the shot, no good. And the rebound belongs to Alton. They bring it back up. And around the corner it goes. Three-point shot for Taylor. That's an air ball. And it's going to go all the way out the other side. And luckily for Alton, they got to keep a hold of it. Here is Burnett. Burnett gives it up now for Sims. Sims outside for Stampley. Stampley at the volleyball line with 2:45 left to play here in this third quarter. Collinsville trailing by 9. Into the corner it goes. Another three-point shot from Taylor from the wing. That's no good. And now we're going to have a foul called the other way. Well, that's going to belong to Sims. So it's a foul on Alton. And that'll be the third one on Sims. And Collinsville will get the ball back. Kahawks trail by 9. Looking to get it a little closer here. 2:38 left to play here in this third quarter. Here is Coates. Coates looking to work himself around Taylor. Taylor with a little hand check there he got away with, and then Coates comes in, little dipsy doodle, and it falls in. Donovan Coates, 7 points in the first half, 5 here in the second half. He now has 12, and Alton goes back to work, only leading by 7 now. 38-31, game's a little bit closer. Back out front we'll go to Stampley. Stampley gives it up to Elliott. Elliott into the paint, takes the shot, no good. Carnahan with the rebound. Kahawks working to bring it back up. Here is Reynolds. Reynolds gets double team, throws it across the line to Wilkinson, who gives to Carnahan. Back outside, Kamari Mays. Mays, again, thought about that three-pointer from over there on that right wing. Instead, Chase Reynolds takes over. Gives it up now for Evan Wilkinson. Wilkinson over to Mays. Mays in front of his own bench and throws the ball away. Well, I guess they're going to say that was tipped out of bounds by one of the Alton players. Kind of hard to see all the way up here at Mount Everest. This is one of those gymnasiums where it is a long way up to the very top of these bleachers where they have this broadcast balcony set up. So kind of hard to see for me anyway. Here is Reynolds. Chase, left-hand dribble, gives it up just outside the lane to Carnahan. Carnahan travels with it. Took too many steps trying to back his way in. 13th turnover for Collinsville. 38-31 in favor of the Redbirds. 92 seconds left to play here in this third quarter. Here is Elliott. Elliott brings the ball up, looks over to Dudley, who flashes the signs. Dylan Dudley in his third year as the head basketball coach here at Alton. Dribble drive and then a pass over here for Howard. Howard gives it back up. Green with a three-point shot, no good. And the rebound belongs to Collinsville. Kahawks bring it back up, looking to dent this 7-point lead. 38-31 is the score. Here is Chase Reynolds. Reynolds gives it up to Evan Wilkinson. Wilkinson stands in front of Coach Lee, and then we'll give it up to Kamari Mays, who finds Chase Reynolds. Reynolds on the left wing. Thought about giving it to Coates. Instead, you'll pull back. Take a three-point shot. How about that? First points of the night for Chase Reynolds, and it's a big three-point shot. And Collinsville gets themselves back to within 5 here of the Alton Redbirds. Here is Elliott. Hassani Elliott being watched by Evan Wilkinson. Wilkinson backs off a little bit as Coach Lee shouts out something, and everybody pays attention, and now it looks like Alton's going to play for the last shot here. 20 seconds to go in quarter number 3. Elliott will just stand and dribble with the ball. And then the issue is pressed there by Evan Wilkinson a bit. And back at the midcourt stripe. Almost turned over, and now get that out of here, says Kamari Mays, with 0.8 seconds left to play here in this third quarter. Nice job by Collinsville, not letting anything go inside. Inbound pass will be triggered right in front of the coaching staff here for Alton at the half-court stripe and at the buzzer. Three-point shot taken, not made. And that will end quarter number 3. We will take a timeout, come back. Quarter number 4 is what we have coming your way next on the Kahok Sports Network.
Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville produces their own spirits and beer on site right at the restaurant. Pair that with some of the most unique menu items around the entire metro area, and you can see why they are such a hit. They can handle you and your family, or they can handle you and your group. Throw in the occasional live entertainment, and you can see why Old Herald Brewery and Distillery is a must-stop destination in Collinsville. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery, 115 East Clay Street in Collinsville, 618-855-8027, or online at oldheraldbrewing.com. Collinsville High School alumni Stacy Lauenstein, CHS class of 91, Lisa Bassetto, Sarah Sulke, and Tracy Limp, CHS class of 94, Tony Geisen, CHS class of 96, and Kevin Robinson, CHS class of 99, want to wish all of our Kahawks a great year. We look forward to cheering you on and supporting you. Work hard on the court and the field, as well as in the classroom. Remember, once a Kahawk, always a Kahawk. Hashtag Kahawk Family.
Back here at Alton High School, Josh Roseman on the camera. My name is Todd Duke. Glad that you're with us here on a chilly Tuesday evening. And the 5-point game, how about that? 38-33. Collinsville outscoring Alton in that third quarter, 13-6. So a nice job by the defense to hold them to just 6 points while Collinsville's offense chipped away. Here is Chase Reynolds. Reynolds picks up his dribble, gives to Mays. Mays just outside the lane. Here is Carnahan trying to find some room, turns around. How about a little baby hook shot? And Carnahan sinks it. Carnahan's paying dividends here in this second half. Didn't get any points in the first half, and now he has 6. That brings Collinsville back to within 3. Here is Stampley. Stampley gives it up now for Oliver Williams, who is into the game for the first time. Up underneath, kicked back outside. Stampley for 3, and that one rolls across the rim. Donovan Coates there with the rebound for Collinsville. Kahawks bringing it back up, the chance to get within 1 or maybe tie it. Here is Coates to Carnahan. Carnahan in the paint. Nice move. How about 2 more points for Carnahan? All of a sudden, it's a 1-point game, 38-37. There is Burnett. He'll give it up and then back outside to Macias. Macias over to Oliver Williams, and he'll give it up, and a little fingertip roll won't go in for Stampley. Collinsville comes away with the rebound and a chance to take their first lead, and stepping out of bounds with it was Chase Reynolds. That's a bad time for a turnover. You just got the ball back yourself with a chance to take a lead and stepped out of bounds. Heels were right on that thin red stripe. Not a big, bold sideline or baseline here, so it's real hard to tell if somebody goes out of bounds. Alton brings it back up. Oh, that one's tipped by Mays. He almost got it. Instead, Alton continues high off the glass. No good. Carnahan with a rebound. Collinsville going back to work, seeing if they can take the lead. Up to Chase Reynolds. Reynolds pulls it up before he gets double teamed and then turns it over again. Evan Wilkinson had that pass a little bit behind him and reached out for it and just went off of his fingertips. Collinsville looking prosperity in the face and saying no thank you. Jace Wilkinson ready to check back into this game. He'll have to wait for the next stoppage in play. Here is Asani Elliott. Elliott brings it across the midcourt stripe. His team up by 1. Out front it goes now to Taylor. Taylor will swing it around, and they'll hand the ball back off now to Elliott. Elliott drives outside the lane, takes the shot. No good. Carnahan with yet another rebound. Tell you what, Stan's been playing awesome here in this second half. Here is Reynolds, kicks it outside. Donovan Coates for 3, and he's fouled, and he'll go to the line for 3 shots. This one's going to go against Taylor, and that'll send one of Collinsville's best free throw shooters to the line with a chance to take the lead. Donovan went 1 of 1 in the first half, came in at 77.6% from the free throw line. Earlier this year, he was like 87, 88%. So he's fallen off just a little bit, but he's still dangerous from the free throw line. 3 shots coming his way. First one. Good. We are tied. Coates. 2 more coming his way. And that one's good. Collinsville has their first lead. Wilkinson does come back in. And one more shot coming up here for Donovan. And that one's good as well. Collinsville with a 2-point lead. Here comes Alton, trailing for the first time here in this game. Stampley with it. Over on the far side for Burnett. Back over to Stampley. He'll launch a 3-point shot. That one's no good. And the rebound belongs to Carnahan once again. Carnahan had it tipped by Wilkinson. Looks like Donovan Coates might have got poked in the eye. And now Kamari Mays with it. Timeout called by Coach Lee before anyone had a chance to grasp onto that ball and give it back to Alton. And we have a timeout. We'll step aside as well. We'll be back here in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
The Collinsville Education Association is a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network. The CEA is your partner as they work to ensure quality education for our children. The CEA advocates excellence and equity in public education and represent over 400 educators in 11 schools in both Madison and St. Clair counties. For more information, you can visit the Collinsville Education Association's Facebook page or the CEA's website at collinsvillecea.org. Pack Mail of Collinsville, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because, well, you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail at 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville. Online, WeShipSt.Louis.com or call Pack Mail at 346-4884.
Back here at Alton High School, Collinsville with a 2-point lead, 40-38, trying to hand the Alton Redbirds their first conference loss on the year. And Carnahan had that ball poked away. And here is Coates after he got that eye probably a little flushed out a little bit. Looked like he got poked in the eye. He was coming up this near side sideline during that last Alton possession, holding his eye. Here is Coates at the top of the key, backs it back out, gives it up to Evan Wilkinson. Wilkinson being watched closely over there by Burnett. And Wilkinson tries to split the defense. Not a lot of room. Dump it off inside to Carnahan. Why not? It's been working lately, and it does again. Stanley Carnahan, 10 points, all coming here in the second half. Kahawks extend their lead out to 4. 4:45 left to play here in this fourth quarter. Here is Alton once again. Over to Sims, who gives to Taylor. Back out front now for Elliott. Elliott on the free throw line. Gives it up once again for Burnett. In the corner, Sims for 3. No good. It was an air ball. Falls right down into the hands of Evan Wilkinson. Here is Coates. Coates comes up, and we're going to have a foul called, and this one is going to go against Cameron Burnett. That'll be his first, and the team's second here in this fourth quarter. Collinsville will inbound right in front of Chris Kedler, or off to his right anyway, to Carnahan. Carnahan to Chase Reynolds. Reynolds picks it up at the free throw line. Gives to Jace Wilkinson. He got that one partially blocked. And the Evan Wilkinson foul will be handed out. He didn't mean to. He just kind of ran into the back of him. So Wilkinson will pick up his second foul. Jace Wilkinson will go to the bench. And Alton, who now trails by 4, we'll see if they can make this just a little bit closer. Here's a drive by Taylor, offset free throw line. Stampley, he'll drive baseline, and we're going to have a foul and a 2-point shot preceding that foul. And that'll go against Carnahan. That'll be his first. And Stampley at the free throw line for the first time tonight, 89.1%. And he'll hit that one. And the 3 points for Alton will bring them back to within 1, 42-41. Collinsville still has the lead. Here is Chase Reynolds just got shoved from behind. No call. Coates takes it in. Off the glass, counted for 2. Collinsville back out front by 3. 3:45 left to play here in this fourth quarter. Here is Kobe Taylor. Taylor bounces it over to Sims. Sims all the way back out front. And now to Elliott. Excuse me. Elliott into the paint. Takes a shot. High off the glass. Can't get it to go. Stampley with the rebound before he falls out of bounds. Gets it into the hands of Taylor, and Taylor drops it in for 2. 1-point game once again. 44-43 in favor of Collinsville. 3:20 left to play here in this fourth quarter. Here is Chase Reynolds. Reynolds, shovel pass over to Coates in front of his own bench, and a drive off the glass, too hard, can't get it to fall. He got bumped on the way up there, and no call. And Collinsville back on defense, high off the glass, can't get it to go, and the rebound knocked back down into the corner. It goes for Taylor. Taylor will kick it back out now for Elliott. Elliott wants to direct some traffic, as does Coach Dylan Dudley. Elliott back over near the midcourt logo, gets it to Taylor. Taylor just outside the lane, tries to turn around and get a shot, can't do it. And a travel. Collinsville is going to get the ball back. Dudley does not like that call at all. Reynolds looking to inbound. 2:43 left to play here in this fourth quarter. Here is Donovan Coates. Coates all the way in front of the Alton bench. Gets it across the line to Chase Reynolds. Reynolds, he'll drive into the paint. Picks up his dribble, pulls back, takes a shot, and it's good for 2. Chase Reynolds now with 5 points. All of his points coming here in the second half as well. Collinsville goes back up by 3. 46-43, 2:20 now left to play here in this fourth quarter. Here is Kobe Taylor. Taylor on the beak of the Redbird here at Alton High School. Now Coach Lee out directing traffic. Taylor, he drives, kicks it into the corner, and a 3-point shot on the way, no good. And we're going to have a whistle up underneath the basket. And looks like this is going to be a foul. It's going to be handed out to Kobe Taylor. That'll be his second. And the team's third. And Collinsville will get the ball back to try to extend that lead. There is Chase Reynolds looking for someone to inbound it to. Finds Carnahan. Carnahan gives it back to Reynolds. Reynolds moves it up to the midcourt stripe with 1:55 left to play here in this fourth quarter. Little shovel pass over to Coates, who almost lost his feet. Ball knocked away. Here is Stampley, and Stampley with the fingertip roll, good for two. That brings the crowd to their feet here at Alton High School. Back to a one-point game, 46-45. Collinsville with the lead, and we're going to have a foul. This one is going to go against Kobe Taylor again. That's going to be his third. It's going to be the team's fourth. So one more, and Collinsville will be going to the free throw line. And a timeout called by Coach Lee, so we'll step aside as well. It is a 30-second timeout, and we'll be back in that amount of time here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahok Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahawks.
.136 left to play here in this fourth quarter. It's a 1-point lead for the Kahawks. 46-45. Kahawks have the ball. Chase Reynolds will inbound. A little off to the right of the Alton basket, and he'll do so to Evan Wilkinson. Wilkinson quickly gets it over to Carnahan. Carnahan across the line will back it up and give it over to Coates. Coates deep out over on the left wing. Dribbles with the right hand, little shovel pass over to Chase Reynolds. Reynolds back at midcourt, so is Kamari Mays and Donovan Coates. And Collinsville looking like they want to waste a little bit of time, and they get it up to Coates now. Coates throws it up to Evan Wilkinson. Wilkinson tries a no-look pass to Carnahan, but turns the ball over instead. Here is a dribble drive, and no good by Elliott, and a whistle on the play will stop the action with 1:04 left to go here in this fourth quarter. This one's going to go against Carnahan. That'll be his second and the third foul for Collinsville here in this fourth quarter. And up to the free throw line will be Hassani Elliott, who is 0 for 1 from the charity stripe tonight. Jace Wilkinson wants to check back in after this free throw. And Elliott makes this one. And we are tied at 46. Wilkinson does indeed check back in. Evan Wilkinson to the bench. Jace Wilkinson in. Elliott at the free throw line. Misses. Rebound belongs to Carnahan. Collinsville going back to work. We're tied at 46. 1 minute to go here in this fourth quarter. Here is Coates. Coates gives it up top of the key now for Jace. Wilkinson gives it up now for Donovan once again. Coates. A little deliberate left-hand dribble and has the ball knocked out of his hands, and they're going to say it was off of Coates. That was knocked out of his hands. I don't agree with that call at all, but it is what it is. So now Alton with an opportunity to take a lead here late. 37.3 seconds left here on the clock at Alton High School. Here is Samaj Stampley. Stampley will hand the ball off and do so to Taylor. You know that Alton just wants to waste as much time as they possibly can. Over to the far side now. That is Burnett. Burnett in front of the scorer's table. 19 seconds to play in the fourth quarter. Hits it over now for Sims. Back over to Burnett. Burnett stops at the logo. Down to 10 seconds to play. Burnett. Not a lot of room to move out there. Elliott trying to get around Chase Reynolds. He does. Little overhand shot, no good. And the rebound put back up, no good. We're going to overtime, folks. How about a little overtime Southwestern Conference game here at Alton High School, 46-46. A commercial break comes your way, and overtime follows that next on the Kahok Sports Network.
Do you have a big land improvement project that requires some outside help? Call Petroff Trucking Company. The Petroff Companies have been shaping the metro area since 1975. Family owned and operated, Petroff Trucking Company can do the job and do it right. Hauling, excavating, and grading, they do that and more. Petroff Companies also has roll-off dumpster rentals. They also specialize in dirt and rock sales. Petroff Trucking Company can help you develop your land for your needs. Petroff Trucking Company. Check out their website, petrofftrucking.com, or give them a call, 618-797-6100. Petroff Trucking Company, shaping the metro area since 1975.
A little bit of a cheerleading competition going on out here. Well, how about a 46-46 overtime game? Collinsville trailed by 7 after 1, trailed by 12 at halftime. Got it back to within 5 after they outscored Alton 13-6 in the third quarter. They outscored Alton in the fourth quarter as well, 13-8. And here we are tied at 46. So we have 4 minutes put up on the clock. We're ready to begin overtime the same way we started this game with Shamaj Stampley and Solomon Talbot at the midcourt logo, ready to tip this overtime off. And in same fashion that it was the first time, too. Solomon Talbot wins the tip-off, gets it to Carnahan. Carnahan almost lost the ball. Now Chase Reynolds with it. And Reynolds will back up back to the logo once again. We're just underway here in overtime. Talbot in front of his bench gives it back over to Chase Reynolds. Reynolds to Coates. Coates for 3. Yes! Donovan Coates with a big three-pointer for the Kahawks. And Collinsville goes back up in front. That's tipped into the backcourt. So Elliott will bring it back up front. Collinsville now up 49-46. Here is Elliott into the corner for Stampley. Stampley back out over on the right wing. We'll take it over to the Southwestern Conference logo. And then he'll skirt across the volleyball line. Still with the ball. Picks up his dribble. Gives it up now for Sims. Sims back over to Stampley. Stampley in front of his coaching staff. Wants to penetrate. Can't do it. Gives it up outside for Taylor. Taylor's three-pointer no good. And the rebound belongs to Alton. And another three-point try by Stampley. That one's no good. Solomon Talbot there with the rebound for the Kahawks. Collinsville brings it back up. Here is Chase Reynolds. Reynolds at the free throw line. Gives it up for Carnahan. Carnahan had a whale of a second half. Pre-game guest doing it right for us. Here is Coates. Coates backs up toward this near sideline. Skirts. Splits the defense. Keeps his hand on the ball. Gives it up now for Talbot. Talbot kicks it back outside for Jace Wilkinson. Wilkinson, he has to deal with Stampley, and then that ball knocked out of bounds. It's going to stay with Collinsville this time. 2:13 left to play here in this overtime. 49-46 in favor of Collinsville. Kahawks keep the ball, and Chase Reynolds will inbound right at the end of his own bench. Does so to Talbot. Talbot deep out over on the right wing, and he almost lost the ball, but Coates finds it. Coates dribbles it into the perimeter and then gets double teamed, and then the ball gets knocked around. Back over to Talbot. Solomon using that long reach to keep that ball out of everybody's way, and now we're going to have a timeout called by Collinsville, so we will step aside for just a moment as well as soon as I find out how long this one is. It is a full timeout, so we'll step aside here for 1 minute on the Kahawk Sports Network.
The Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been a proud supporter of KahawkSports.com and the Kahawk Sports Network from day one. Since 1934, the Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been providing women in the community an opportunity to make a difference with fundraisers and projects, all that go towards helping the needy in Collinsville. If you would like any information on any event sponsored by the Collinsville Junior Service Club, head to Facebook, type in Collinsville Junior Service Club, and then click on the Event tab. We thank the Collinsville Junior Service Club for their continued support of the Kahok Sports Network and KahokSports.com.
Back here at Alton High School, Todd Duke and Josh Roseman with you tonight. Josh on the camera doing a fine job. And we have a whale of a game here. Southwestern Conference action usually is a lot of fun, and tonight is no exception. We're in overtime. Collinsville with a 3-point lead, 49-46. 1:57 left to play here in this overtime. And the Kahawks have the ball once again, and once again Chase Reynolds will inbound right at the end of his bench. Talbot is out of the game, and now we're going to have a foul called. That is going to be the 5th Redbirds foul, so Collinsville will be shooting free throws from here on out. Collinsville only has 3 fouls on the scoreboard, by the way. And that foul called on Sims. That's his 4th to the free throw line. Carnahan there for the first time tonight. And he'll hit a very important free throw shot to give his team a 4-point lead. Carnahan on the year, 40.9% from the free throw line. And it's now a 2-possession game. That one falls in as well. And Collinsville with just a little bit of breathing room. Not much. In to goes Stampley, and that one is blocked by Carnahan, but he's going to get called for his own foul. That'll be his 3rd, team 4th. 1:47 left to play here in this overtime. Stampley to the free throw line. He is 1 of 1 from the charity stripe. First one, no good. 51-46 in favor of Collinsville. Stampley back to the free throw line, trying to at least do 50%, and that's exactly what he does. But it remains a 2-possession ball game here. 51-47. That one ends up going out of bounds, and it's going to go back to Alton. Well, that's unfortunate. Inbound pass being triggered by Elliott. He does so to Taylor. Taylor over to Stampley. Stampley with a big 3-point shot. That one swoops all the way out of there, and now we're going to have a foul called. And this one's going to go against Jace Wilkinson. That's going to be his 2nd. But Stampley's going to go to the free throw line to shoot 3. Collinsville up by 4, so if Stampley can hit all these, it'll be a 1-point lead for the Kahawks with 1:41 left to go. Stampley hits the first one. And he'll hit the second one. And shot number 3 on the way, and he'll rim out on that one. Carnahan there with the rebound for Collinsville. And then a loose ball picked up by Stampley. No good off the side of the backboard. And now we're going to have another whistle on the play. That'll stop the clock with 93 seconds left. And now we're going to have a foul handed out to Alton. That one is going to go against Cameron Burnett. That'll be his 2nd. And Stan Carnahan back to the free throw line. Collinsville leads by 2. Stanley can make both of these. It'll be a 2-possession game once again. 93 seconds to go here in overtime. Crowd doing their best to disrupt Carnahan and his free throw prowess. And that didn't work. And Carnahan will get one more. And he'll miss the second one. Rebound belongs to Alton. Here is Elliott. Elliott will hand the ball off to Taylor. Collinsville up by 3. Here is Stampley once again. Offset free throw line to Elliott. Elliott cuts across the free throw area and gives it up now for Taylor. Taylor back outside to Burnett. Burnett gets the ball over to Sims. Sims to Stampley. Stampley dribbles with the right hand, throws it into the corner. And then Elliott tries to make his move. Avenue cut off a bit, but Elliott turns it into 2 points. And Alton once again trails by 1. Inbound pass comes in for Carnahan. Carnahan goes up court, gives it up to Jace Wilkinson. Wilkinson in front of his bench. He gets double teamed. And then he gets out of it with a little bit of a dribble. And now we're going to have a timeout called by Collinsville. They have 1 remaining after this. We have another timeout on the floor. This one's going to be a full timeout as well. And we'll be back here in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
Your home is where you feel happy, safe, and secure. So if you see signs of foundation problems like cracks or uneven floors, worrying is natural, and getting it fixed is crucial. Woods Basement Systems understands. We've been solving foundation worries since 1986. Woods experts have the training and equipment to make permanent repairs. So stop worrying, because with Woods, it's fixed forever. Foundation problems don't get better with time, they get better with Woods, the all things basement-y experts. Call or go to woodsbasementsystems.com today.
Back here at Alton High School, once again, Todd Duke, Josh Roseman with you. Battle Royale going on around here, man. 52-51, Collinsville with a 1-point lead. 41.9 seconds to play. Stanley Carnahan has had the second half of his life. Donovan Coates with a big three-pointer in the early portions of this overtime to give Collinsville a big lead, or, well, as big as it's been around here in these parts, especially for the Kahawks. Collinsville trailed by 7 in the first, 12 at halftime, 5 at the end of 3. Then got it tied up and led by as much as 5 here in this overtime period, but now that lead is down to 1. 41.9 seconds left to play here in overtime. Chase Reynolds once again will trigger the inbound pass right at the end of his bench. And he does so to Coates. Coates gives it back over to Reynolds. Reynolds across the way now for Jace Wilkinson. And Wilkinson back out to midcourt now for Coates. Coates, 33 seconds left. That was a foul right there. He looked like he almost got punched in the face. Here is Wilkinson. Wilkinson gets it over to Donovan, and a foul. That'll belong to Cameron Burnett, I believe. And it will. That'll be Burnett's third. And that'll send Donovan Coates to the free throw line with 23 seconds to play here in this overtime. Coates is 3 of 4 from the free throw line. And the first one is good. And now timeout going to be called by Coach Dudley and the Alton Redbirds. So once again, we will step aside, and we'll be back here in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
It's probably the largest purchase you'll ever make. We have 5 agents on our team.
We cover about an hour radius around St. Louis.
We grew up here. We know every town like the back of our hands.
Our job as realtors is helping someone find their dream home, whether it's a family or an individual. We just want to do everything that we can to keep the process as simple and as stress-free as possible for you.
The Blaylock Group, the official realtors of the Kahok Sports Network and Kahok Athletics.
Back here once again at Alton High School. Todd Duke, Josh Roseman with you. 23 seconds to play here in overtime. Collinsville with a 2-point lead. Donovan Coates has one more free throw coming his way and try to give his team a 3-point lead. That'll force Alton to have to take a 3-point shot. As we get back to action, Coates. Crowd starts rumbling, making some noise. Donovan Coates. One more free throw shot. And that one's good as well. 3-point contest. Collinsville has the lead. Alton waits for the last second to pick up the ball. We're down to 20 seconds left. Here is Elliott. Elliott kicks it back outside. Stampley for three. That's well off. And there's Carnahan with another rebound. And Collinsville will bring it back up. Here is Jace Coates, and Coates will finally get fouled. He tried to stay away from Stampley to take as much time off the clock as he could. And we are down to 9 seconds to play here in this overtime. And Jace Wilkinson will go to the free throw line, where he was fouled on a three-point shot early in this game and went 3 for 3 at the free throw line. Wilkinson makes the first one. And this, another timeout called by Alton. It is a full timeout, so we'll step aside here for just a moment as well. And we'll be back right after a timeout on the Kahok Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Derek Keith Cox, Unit 10 supporter and the voice of Kahok football, and your Collinsville Township supervisor. I'm so proud of all the accomplishments that's been made at the township over the last 4 years. Just look at our senior center now, a place that hundreds come and socialize on a weekly basis, to several expanded services, and I'm proud to say the only municipality to actually lower the tax dollar amount. Every promise I made was kept and more. So I ask for your support in re-election as township supervisor, and go Kahawks.
Well, the Alton fans are starting to leave in droves as they realize this game might be over now. Collinsville with a 2-possession lead and only 9 seconds left on the clock. Jace Wilkinson has another free throw coming his way. Collinsville, the rest of their players will go back and get ready to play some defense. Wilkinson, one more shot. And he's got the ball in hand. And he'll make both of them. How about that when you need it? Alton will wait it out, try to bring the ball up slowly. They need a quick bucket, though. There's a three-point try. That one's no good. And Carnahan with yet another rebound. And Collinsville holds on to win this one by a final score of 56-51. And they hand the Alton Redbirds their first loss on the year in the conference and drop the Redbirds to 15-3 on the year. Collinsville now 2-3 in Southwestern Conference play. What a game this was. Wow. Time for the post-game show now, brought to you by LC's Pub in Caseyville. Great food, great drinks, and great service served up daily at LC's Pub in Caseyville. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville. Call in for carryout orders at LC's Pub, 618-855-9007. Post-game show comes your way next on the Kahok Sports Network.
Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahawk fans, before, after, or even during Kahawk games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahawk games live, as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carryout orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahawk fans' pub of choice.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, we empower you to see your future before it's your future, to create your inheritance, to build your vision, to anticipate the known and unknown, and to find potential in both. And build new dawns. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
Visit Brad Keene at his Collinsville office at 106 North Clinton or call 618-467-8420. Are you a collector of sports trading cards and other sports memorabilia? Then you need to check out Rippin' Rookies Cards and Collectibles in Collinsville. Rippin' Rookies specializes in sports cards from all the major sports, MLB, NBA, NFL, plus Star Wars cards and more. Rippin' Rookies buys, sells, and trades cards and other memorabilia, and they have a large selection of single and graded cards. Walk-ins at Rippin' Rookies are welcome, or you can set up an appointment for large collections at sales@rippinrookies.com. Rippin' Rookies, 102 East Clay Street in the Old Herald Complex. Open Monday through Friday, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m., Saturdays, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., Sundays, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Rippin' Rookies, Collinsville sports card and memorabilia destination. Lori Billy is running for the Unit 10 School Board and would greatly appreciate your support. Lori was born and raised in Collinsville and graduated from Collinsville High School in 1986. She graduated from SIUE with a bachelor's in education and taught in the Collinsville School District her entire 33-year career. She also coached basketball for 30 years at the elementary level and then as the JV coach and eventually the head varsity coach for the girls team. Lori bleeds purple and believes that this district is one of the best and truly the heart of the community. She has an excellent understanding of the district, not only at the classroom level, but as a taxpayer, and understands the importance of vigilance in spending and fiscal responsibility as it affects all of our community. Lori wants our students to have the best education and experiences possible, our staff to know that they are supported and valued, and our community to grow and benefit from a forward-thinking and moving district. Election Day is April 1st, with early voting starting in mid-February. Please cast your vote for Lori Billy, and go Kahawks! Looking for someone to help get your house in tip-top shape? Look no further than former Kahawk Kara Gray with Clean Living Cleaning Services. From bathrooms to kitchens to garages to bedrooms and even commercial spaces, Clean Living is your place to go. Clean Living guarantees expert-level work done by expert-level cleaners. No matter how much grit, how much grime, let Clean Living shine. For more information, check out the Clean Living Cleaning Services on Facebook or call 618-979-9634. A clean space is a happy place. Clean Living Cleaning Services, 618-979-9634. Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than Elsie's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, Elsie's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahawk fans, before, after, or even during Kahawk games. Elsie's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. Elsie's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And Elsie's Pub shows Kahawk games live as well as Blues and Cardinals games. Elsie's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carryout orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at Elsie's Pub. Elsie's Pub, Kahawk fans' pub of choice. You know, pretty soon I'm not going to be able to see anything to get all my stuff out of here, man. They apparently want us out of here. Welcome back to the LC's Pub postgame show. Collinsville wins this one here tonight, 56-51 in overtime. Joining us now is Eric Anderson, the assistant coach on the varsity side of things. He's the head coach of the JV team. I told him when he got up here we're not going to ask any questions about the JV game because apparently they want us to leave. So let's start off by just asking your thoughts on that varsity game. Wow, what a win.
Yeah, that was a fun one. Found ourselves down early. You know, their pressure kind of got to us. We were out of sync offensively, turned the ball over way too much, and led to some easy baskets for them. You know, defensively we did okay. They got free and hit a couple threes, but second half we were able to calm down on offense and, you know, not turn the ball over. And we were able to run some offense, and we kind of settled into the pace of the game, and guys got a little more comfortable, and Stanley Carnahan had a great second half.
Man, I was just going to ask you about Stanley Carnahan. He had no points in the first half, ends up with 14, had some key rebounds, some key passes, and the guys kept on feeding him.
Yeah, you know, we thought we had an advantage in there with him, and First half, they were doubling a little bit, poking. They got quick hands. Alton's a good team. They really are, and we thought we could exploit them inside a little bit at times, and that's what we did the second half. We were able to get it done. Stanley, he was doing so many other things too, setting screens, rebounding, finding. We ran our offense through him a little bit, and yeah, he just kind of willed us to win.
That was the blessing of him being my pregame guest.
Yeah.
Yeah, that happens. When I get a pregame guest, they do very well. Free throw line played dividends for you guys down the stretch. 15 of 20 in the game from my count, and no better ones, man, than, we got the lights back on. I guess we can move back in. Donovan Coates went up there and hit a couple of key free throwers, hit that key three-pointer right at the beginning of that overtime period, and that kind of set the stage.
Yeah, we ran a little set play for him, and he came off that screen, and they got lost. It was a great pick. I think it was Stanley that set the pick, and Don got free in the corner and knocked it down, and that was huge. That was a big momentum shift for the start of the overtime. And, one of the key things for us, our last game, when we played against John Burroughs, our shot selection was terrible. We just had a lot of bad shots, which is typically just like a turnover when you shoot it into the big guys in there. Just bad shot selection from all over our team. And tonight we didn't take bad shots. We were much more patient. If we didn't have a shot, we kept running the offense, kept turning it, drive and kick a little bit, and we took good shots. Even when we got behind by 13, 15, whatever it was, we didn't panic. We didn't take bad shots. Just kept grinding away and stayed in it and gave ourselves a chance to win at the end.
Yeah.
And went to overtime, and we were able to pull it out.
Yeah, and you guys did a great job defensively in that second half, man. You held them to single points in the third quarter, the fourth quarter, and overtime.
Yeah, they're quick. They're hard to stay in front of, and when they did get to the basket, our size bothered them a little bit, I think, and that made the difference. We were able to come up with some key rebounds and somehow find ways to grind one out.
All right, man, we got a long drive home. We'll see you Friday against Belleville East.
All right, thanks, Don.
All right, thank you. That is Eric Anderson, the assistant coach here for Darren Lee and his Collinsville Kahawks, and we're just going to go ahead and end it here. I know we usually throw some stats at you. We can throw a couple. How about Donovan Coates with 20 points on the night, and Stanley Carnahan. What a second half, man. All 14 points came in the second half. Collinsville ended up going 15 of 20 from the free throw line, and they went a pretty respectable 4 of 6 from beyond the three-point stripe. And Alton, who went 5 of 10 in the first half from the three-point stripe, ended up 0 for 11 in the second half from beyond that stripe as well. So a couple of key stats to throw out on you. Big thank you to Stan Carnahan joining us in the pregame show, and again, Eric Anderson joining us in the postgame show. Josh Roseman manning the camera for us tonight. My name is Todd Duke. We're off tomorrow. We're back at you with back-to-back basketball games on Thursday and Friday, both against Belleville East. First the girls at Belleville East, then the boys at home on Friday versus the Lancers. So until then, my name is Todd Duke. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday.